What we'll demonstrate today is a series of exercises. We'll have clips of all the exercises for stage one. Stage one is a basic bodybuilding preparation cycle for all of our hockey players and rugby players. We'll demonstrate each of the exercises, giving you cues as to how to perform the exercises correctly using individuals that will be going through each of these phases. Exercise number one is back squats. Athlete will step into the rack, standing underneath, bar sitting high in the trap. Athlete will step out, establish a position, feet shoulder width apart, eyes on the horizon, back tight, and under control squat. As you'll notice, tempo is fixed at 3:03. For this first phase, all exercises will move under those constraints. 3:03, 3 seconds on the way down, 3 seconds on the way up. Exercise number one, back squats. Exercise number two, split squats. Athlete, just as with back squats, will step into the rack, establish a position high in the trap, press up. Athlete steps out and in a split position, body aligned, under control, 3:03. The athlete will load under control and press back to a tall position. Again, under the constraints of the program, 8 repetitions on the right leg, 8 repetitions on the left. You'll see that the back leg is just short of touching, and again, the body's upright. Split squats, exercise number two. Classic bench press. Athlete will establish a position on the bench, feet flat on the floor, back against the bench. The position shoulder width. With a spotter, the athlete will push to a position over the chest, under control, 3:03, lowering and pressing back to extension. Again, body square, feet are flat on the floor. Classic bench press. Athlete will establish a position on the bench under the bar, feet flat on the floor, hands shoulder width apart. From a position, from spotting, athlete will lower 3 seconds, press back 3 seconds, keeping the body square, feet flat on the floor. Core exercise, bench press. Incline dumbbell press on the ball. Simple exercise as an accessory to bench. We're using the ball as a platform. Athlete will pick the ball up in an incline position on the ball. Will roll down the ball.
Stop.
Again, incline dumbbell press. Simple accessory exercise as an access or basic. Go again. Incline dumbbell press. Simple exercise as an accessory to bench. We're using the Swiss ball as a support. The athlete will pick up the dumbbells, slide into an incline position on the ball. Feet flat on the floor, incline, the athlete under control, 3:03, presses up over the chest, and then lowers under control. Again, position is established on the ball. Athlete finishes the set, lowers the dumbbells to the floor, rolls back up on the ball. Incline dumbbell press. Med ball loaded push-ups, again an accessory to bench. Athletes supported in the line position, posturally aligned, hands on the ball, loaded with chains. The athlete will lower under control, 3:03, and press back to extension, maintaining a support or aligned position from head to toe. Med ball push-ups, loaded. Swiss ball external rotation. Again, we're using the Swiss ball as a support. The athlete's sitting behind the ball, and again, they'll use a ball of different heights. The athlete can use a ball that allows them to put the elbow on the ball at a height in front of the body. Go ahead. With the elbow supported on the Swiss ball, elbow at 90 degrees, the athlete, again, under the constraints, 3:03, 3 seconds through each phase. The athlete slowly moves to a position of internal rotation and then back through external rotation. Again, with all exercises, the body remains posturally aligned as the athlete completes the exercise pattern. Perfect. 3:03, Swiss ball supported external rotation for 8 repetitions. Manual neck isolation is an exercise we utilize to stabilize the cervical spine or stabilize the neck. There are machines, but in our case we use a towel. A towel is probably the best exercise protocol that we've used. So sitting behind the athlete, stabilizing the upper body, the towel is placed across the forehead. The individual applies a resistance. Athlete flexes forward and resists back through each phase. They will complete 10 repetitions of the exercise, again remaining posturally aligned, flexing the chin to the chest, and then coming back under control of the individual with the towel applying the resistance. Manual neck isolation. Okay. Olympic bar one-arm rows. You'll see that we're using an Olympic bar versus a dumbbell. It's a better strategy to recruit the system or the body as we...
Great.
Olympic bar one-arm rows. You'll see that we're using an Olympic bar. There's better recruitment by using an Olympic bar versus a dumbbell, but the pattern doesn't change. The athlete establishes a posturally aligned position on the bench. From the open side or contact side, the athlete balancing the bar will pull from a position, keeping the elbow tight to the body in a rowing fashion. Again, the body stays posturally aligned. Athlete is fixed on the bench. Olympic bar, one-arm rows. Pronated pull-ups, great exercise, one of the best exercises for the back. The athlete will start in an extended position. This is where we don't want our athletes to cheat. Athlete will grab the bar, neutral position, from an extended position, under control, pull up, lower, under control, full extension, and again return. The athlete wants to avoid swinging through this pattern. Again, maximal control through each phase of a pronated pull-up. 3-0-3 cycle. Rhomboid isolation. Again, we're using the Swiss ball as a support. You can use a bench, but we focus on Swiss ball patterns with all of the retraction that we do. What the athlete does is they establish a position on the ball, again, posturally aligned head to toe. What they're going to do with a dumbbell, retract the shoulder blade under a 3-0-3 constraint, again, without any change in postural alignment of the body. Go ahead. Lower under control. Again, the athlete is retracting the shoulder blade, keeping the rest of the body stable. Ideal exercise to stabilize the shoulder. Rhomboid isolation on the ball. Seated single arm military, again using the Swiss ball. Great tool for stability, a great tool to stabilize the body from head to toe. The athlete will start in a posturally aligned position, grab the dumbbell, and from here, we'll press directly overhead in an arc that comes just over top of the ear. Athlete lowers under control, again, without any accommodation of the upper body. Hip stays stable on the ball. Under the constraints, 3-0-3, posturally aligned. Seated, single arm, Swiss ball military.
Go.
Power press. Another great exercise that establishes strength from head to toe. The athlete will face up to the weight, grabbing the weight from the floor in a tight back position, feet shoulder width apart, so the athlete starts in a power position with the upper body and lower body fixed. The athlete will press away under control and lower under control. You'll see from this position as they press, they establish a fixed axis from the shoulder to the feet. Again, 3-0-3 is the established tempo. Power press.